Yo, what's up everyone? It's Ollie Barton here, checking in for another video. Today we've come back to somewhere that I haven't ridden in since maybe 2017, so what's that, 6 years? And this is Cannock Chase. We're here obviously on our Revel rail again. Been back in England for a couple of weeks, just riding a lot of spots that I used to ride. Today we're going to show you a full loop of the Cannock Trail, Follow the Dog and the Monkey Trail, back to back, non-stop, all the way. So jump on board. I usually film a lot of stuff in Sweden. That's where I live and race enduro. So if you're new to the channel and you're from the UK, check that out. There's some brilliant stuff to ride out there. Maybe it's your next destination to go and ride bikes. If you're from Sweden and you're tuning in as a usual viewer, then yeah, this is the sort of stuff we have in the UK. So hop on board and enjoy. Okay, so last time I was out on the bike was Dovey Bike Park. The bike took a bit of a beat in there. The rear shock is not so happy, so we're going to have to ride it sort of locked out today, just so it doesn't bottom out everywhere. I pumped up the tyres a bit, so we're pretty solid, and we're going to go straight in to Follow the Dog now. Like I say, I haven't ridden here in quite a few years, since 2017 in fact, so quite excited to see what's changed. Used to ride here an absolute bunch. Already looks like there's some new stuff. And this is one of the things I've actually really missed about living in the UK. It's a good trail centre, somewhere you can really sort of build up skills, you know. We don't have so much of that in Sweden, so I think the entry level in Sweden's a little bit higher, which isn't a problem for an experienced mountain biker, but it's a little bit tougher to get into it, you know. Already seen a heap of riders out this morning. Looks like everyone's out trying to work off the Christmas Day food. Certainly what I'm trying to do. Like everyone else, or most people I imagine, overindulge a little bit. It's been a long season of racing bikes, so a lot of discipline, so December is usually a time for me where you kind of let go of it, so we might be sweating a touch today. Whew. Don't remember this rut being quite so deep. Feel a bit sorry for the bike. Because we've driven over from Sweden in our car, not carrying so much of my maintenance stuff, including completely forgetting chain lube. So if you can hear any squeaking, that's what it is. cool to come back somewhere and ride that I haven't ridden for so long, but also used to ride a long time ago. First diversion. So I looked on Strava last night, and my first time, or first recorded times on Strava, were from 2014 riding here. So it is almost, oh yeah, just shy of 10 years of riding here. I think this is the first proper climb of the day. Okay, top of the first climb, first road bit of the climb, then it's back into this single track. The terrain here is just so perfect for a trail centre, so hard wearing. You have to be a little bit careful in these conditions because you can see on the floor there's all these like super polished smooth stones. They're not likely to take you off, but they will give you a little like wobble to say, are you still concentrating, sir? You know? Morning. God, everyone's so friendly in England. Okay, first bit of sort of flowy descending on high voltage.
can really work out some nice flow through here. Oh, feeling all that Christmas Day red wine. You get a nice pump through there. With having pumped the tyres up a bit and locking out that rear shock, you can feel she's a little bit skidderish on the back end, the old gravel, but this is the type of stuff that this bike dreams of. And now we switch off. You keep going that way, takes you to, oh, I think that was a wrong turn. Yeah, so there we go, first wrong turn of the day. Let's jump back on. So now it splits. If you take the right there, you stay on the shorter, follow the dog. Now we're splitting off to the monkey. The monkey's got the better descending, but it's got the nastier climbing, if I remember right. Oh, look at that Strava line. Who's taking that? Come on. Turn to the... Oh, say that and then really wanted to take that one. So if you're new to the channel, you can also find me on Strava. The link to my Strava will be below. And on Instagram, OllieB3001. Now, Devil's Staircase. This is my wife, the one and only Alice Barton. It's her least favourite section. Although it doesn't feel as rough as it used to. I think the Chase Trail volunteers do an unbelievable job here. They really do. Nice and wide there. That was a bit heavy on the back end. They do a really good job keeping these trails up and running. Just constantly maintaining them. Now we cross the road to the other half. On the other half of the hill, you've also got Style Cop, which is a little downhill zone, and you can also find that on the channel. I went there with my buddy Reese, and again it was the first time I've been there in many years. So found some old trails, found some new trails, and just had a bit of a laugh. Got to try and sort out these brake levers for a bit far in. Morning. Hey. It's that classic thing at W's. As the day went on, the brake levers came in more and more. Keep your eyes up when you're crossing the road here. So this is something I used to do when I lived here, was park on this side. Felt like there was more to ride here, so it would come and just loop the back off, better descending, and from what we found the other day there was some pretty cool stuff kicking around. Morning. Okay, Lungbuster. Well, that sounds ominous. what I really like about it is they seem to take just as much care making sure that the climbs are nice and rideable as they do with the descents. It's nice to come out and know that you've got, I think it's just a smidge shy of a 20k loop to come out and like stretch the legs on a bit, you know. You don't have to worry about following a map or anything like that. Everything's marked out, so you just get your head down, spin those legs. We'll come on the inside of that. But there's some XC guys that absolutely fly around this. Not today for us. Not today. Oh, first little tech section of the climb. Drop of power. Tight squeeze. Now, I remember this bit. I think there's a little tree to squiggle through. Quite amazed with how well the gears are working, because I don't have the van or anything. The bike is just being pulled completely apart every time I ride, and don't have my usual setup, so she's going a touch longer between proper cleanups and service intervals, but so far so good. I think that's used to be where the squeeze was, but it looks like the trees are gone now. Oh yes. Let's get outside and miss that puddle. I don't want to get the feet wet just yet. In fact, the feet were still wet, or the shoes are still wet this morning when I got them out of the garage after Dubby. Had them on the dashboard the whole way to try and dry out. Oh, there is some really nice options to push a bit higher. Oh, not concentrating there. There's those polished stones that I was talking about earlier. They just give you a little twitch to be like, yeah, keep sharp. Now, and we spin around. So we go this way. Oh yeah, back up the other side. Rainbow Valley. Now I think, if I remember right, when we come to the top of this section, or start descending on the other side, there is actually a few little black options. So we'll try and jump into them, see what they're like nowadays. Try and remember to flick the suspension back into sort of descend mode, if you will, so we can get a bit of traction and not just bounce across everything. I think the shock just took a touch too much abuse the other day, so she feels very, very soft, which is funny because it's actually like really planted, but as soon as you hit anything with like a heavy landing, she bottoms out straight away, and when you try and take off, because the shock's so soft, it just fully compresses on the takeoff. There was a couple of near misses at Cannock, Dovey. You push and preload into the jump, and then she bottoms out, so then you get sprung landing deep on that front end. Really nice to have you along for the ride today. It's quite a nice experience coming out and riding this stuff again for the first time in so long. Great way to work off all that turkey. Whew. And beer. What's up, guys? Hey, having a good day?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, it's great out here, eh? Yeah. Merry Christmas. There is a lot of photogenic spots on this track. Not sure if we lost a bit of recording there on that climb, but in case you did, just want to say again, it's really nice to have some company on this ride, and thanks for stopping along on the channel. It's been a really productive year. Got some really cool stuff coming up next year. Riding or racing in Greece, racing in Denmark, Sweden, and possibly Finland. But we'll really see how it all pans out. Been a really busy few years racing the Swedish Enduro Series, the Stockholm Enduro Series, and World Series a year ago. Just had to stop for some camera checks. It looks like we might have lost a bit of footage, but we turned the beeps on, so now we can hear what she's doing. Still got plenty of battery, still got plenty of time to have fun. Right, I've unlocked the shock, so let's see if I'm any good at actually remembering to lock it back up when we get to a climb. Oh, sick. That's still there, I remember that one. Jump into there, push up there. It's weird, these berms, like I think there is a lot of grip in them, but they are a little bit sketchy, especially when you've got the wet tyres. You can really squeeze over that, that's cool. And launch into that, flick her out. It's nice to do actual Scandi flicks again, because in Sweden, you know, we're already in Scandi, so we just call them flicks. Okay, so successfully remembered to click them out. Okay, we're gonna, just for the sake of battery and things, we're gonna switch them off for the climb. Okay, so we just come up the climb. You can see here it was a pretty straightforward climb, so I'm not gonna bore you with that. Now we're back onto this single track climbing stuff. Whew. Heading out tomorrow for some more sort of off-piste wildy stuff down at Forest of Dean, and then that'll be my sort of whistle stop tour of the UK. Pretty done. I've ticked off all the places that I used to ride, plus a little extra here and there. Oh, there's a couple of puddles that you've got to just get on the outside of. Felt a bit of water going in the shoe there, but what a pleasure it is to be able to ride in a t-shirt in the middle of December. Big stick there. You wouldn't be getting this in Sweden right now, that's for sure. Oh, the big outside line available there. Must remember to get some chain link on the go. Ooh, a couple of cranks into that. Whew. So yeah, not sure if I lost it earlier when I got out of sync with the camera, but yeah, I'm Ollie Barton. I ride and race in Sweden, have done for 5 years or so. This used to be sort of local, it was over like an uneaten way, so this was never far. You can find me on Instagram, OllieB3001, or you can find me on Strava, link will be below. Okay, can't really remember this one, but we clicked the shot because it looks like we're going down, so let's open her up. Oh, nice, really nice. I think last time I rode it, I don't remember there really being so many trees. Oi! Love a stump on the outside of the corner. Try to get inside that puddle. Run in. Both tides a little bit harder than I normally would. No, it's mostly trail, so you're after a touch more rolling speed than you are traction in this stuff. Try and respect the trail when you go around. There's a lot of temptation to take these inside lines, but turns are the fun bit. Oh, I can really hear the shock. Huffing and puffing when we're on the pedals. This bit used to be a little bit disgusting, if I remember right. Just that uphill there. I remember that used to be really boggy and a lot more roots. Father time remains undefeated, but not Father. Time is going though. We'll just keep pedaling. Inside there. Why did you take that? So many more turns to be had. You really do earn your descents here. But the climbs, well, often they're not like brutal, I don't think. So you can really like pace yourself around it. We'll have to come back with little pigs at some point. Oh, the original monkey. So, I believe when we get to the top of this section and cruise along the ridge line, that's when we come across these little black options. Like I said earlier, we're gonna try and drop onto them, see what they're like. I don't remember them being too sketchy, but don't know what they look like now either, or if they're even still there. So keep on and we'll see what we find. What I mean about the climbs, like you are climbing but it's not really like a straight slug, so you can enjoy them a bit. Just gonna flick the shock down again. Usually you really wouldn't see me playing with the shock that much. As I've mentioned a couple of times, she blew out at Dovey a few days ago, so she ain't so happy. We'll be switching to a coil for the remainder of the year. Oh, sorry, remainder of the year. For next season. I'm much more of a coil person. It's just happened that when I got this bike, timing was off, the parts weren't there, so I had to take it. Okay, here's our first black section. As it says, didn't really read what it said there. I think it was maybe qualifier. Oh, toboggan, little bit of front end action, nice step, fun. Let's get round that puddle, above that route, try and keep some flow through here. It is really hard packed, so you really can maintain some pace. I'm not sure if that was the actual line or if that was a bit of an inside. My bad. Cool. Fun bit. Oh, okay. That was pretty poor. Let's clip back in. Trying to look up and see what's coming at the same time as riding. Yo! Really wasn't quite sure how I wanted to approach that. Oh, that's tight. Oh. There's another section that I've kind of missed by accident. There was a squirrel. That's why it'd be a bit sketchy to bring my husky in between the squirrels and the reindeer. Normal deer. She'd be pretty distracted here. Oh, thought we were going down there for a second. it is super sick to have this like black option here. Keeps it a little bit interesting. Oh, not sure why we're giving her some gas up here, but we are. Pay for that later. I want to go over that, we'll go around here. It's been real windy in the UK over the Christmas period. A lot of branches down. Whew. Pink pebbles. That little sprint down there really got that heart rate going a bit. Woo. Let's lock her back out. So, heap of e-bikes in the car park, but haven't come across any yet. Just keep expecting them to come flying up behind. The gully. What we got in here? It's such a well signposted trail, and there's so much going on in this forest, but they really there's a lot of like all-round respect, so you don't catch so many clashes between forest users, which is nice. Have to say, the last track I rode with Gully, and the name was Gully of Doom in Dovey Bike Park. That was a very different type of gully. One of the few times in recent memory that I've had to get off my bike and carry it down a section. And you see clips of people actually riding it, and levels to the game. Levels to the game. I'd say we're nearing the halfway point now. Get quiet on this section, just settling in for the pedal. You wouldn't believe that this is so close to some really busy parts of the country. Oh, we've got a bit of a trail diversion here. Actually feels like quite a long diversion. I think we've missed out one of the best parts of the trail, if I remember right. Or maybe we catch it here, but they have an upper and lower cliff section, which are the main descents of the trail centre. Hopefully I hopefully get to ride them both, but I think this is going to drop us out onto lower cliff. If we do just have lower cliff, then I'll take you back up and show you another trail that starts at the same point as lower. For that though, there is some fun other stuff here. If you have the time to come and explore, you won't be disappointed. More of it there. I'll let you know when we get back to the top. Morning. So here we are onto lower cliff. Last time I rode this, it was so much more exposed. Oh, didn't know that turning was going to be there. I'm going to try and stick to the main path here. You really want to stay off the brakes there and just let it roll, because there is quite a lot of support. Although I can't promise that we're going to take all the best lines, because just haven't seen this in some time. Try and talk you through what we're doing nice and high. I'd rather stay off the brakes and roll the corner the whole way around. As soon as you get on those brakes, it stands the bike up and she don't work how she wants to. That's a really nice embankment, a bit of dirt in the throat there. Just remembered we didn't unlock the shock for this one, so she's a little bit skidderish. You can really get some power up on here if you want to. What's this? Oh, don't usually like coming off the main track at these sort of places, but that was a bit accidental. That one kind of ramps up to nothing. Morning! Boys, say hi to your fellow trail users. Everyone's out here just having a good time. Saw a little sign there about something being closed, but not sure what, so we'll just keep rolling. Trails merge. Really isn't a bad descent. There's not much technical on it, but great for just working on your flow. You get a bit of air here and there if you really want to. Sick. That was pretty fun. Okay, so as spoken about before, we took the lower cliff descent. Now we've swung back round all the way back up insidious incline. Just coming to the plateau at the top. We're gonna make sure there's no trail riders behind. There's not. And we're gonna loop around here. I'm not 100% sure of the legality of these trails, so just gonna plead ignorance on this. Not rode this one before. I rode the sister trail the other day. Oh, this is awesome. This is the first bit of like technical riding of the day. And of course, when you're playing with your rear shock, locking it in and out, naturally completely forgot. Okay, so now we've joined back up with the trail from the other day. That's a pretty deep rut. Hey up. Cool. That's fun. It's nice, like with these things, like 2 years ago, I mean, put it in perspective, last time I rode at Cannock, we were talking about 650B bikes, 29ers just coming onto the scene. So that's how long ago it was. Looks like there's another good track there. So I feel like now, if you wanted to come and ride here, you could easily go and do like the trail loop, get warmed up, and then switch on to this more like technical stuff and really have some fun with it. Whew. So this is where we popped out of before. We've gone back up, done a loop. Now we're gonna cross back over the road. Little bit of the monkey left before we hook back on to follow the dog, and that takes us all the way back to the arena. There's also like a sort of Go 8 thing. There's a bike shop, bike wash. The car park looks like it's been updated. Come on in. And the car park used to have a like a coin thing. Now it's all modern with card, pay on the way out, so the whole place is just super accessible now. Can't really remember what the next bit of trail is, but judging by the look of it, I'm pretty sure we're going to be going up. Riding on the left hand side because we are of course back in the UK. Oh. I think my rear brake pad is totally through. Didn't really have time to replace that. So we'll maybe try and do that later on. Oh yes, here we go, Kit Bag Hill. Yep. I do not remember ever particularly enjoying this climb, but here we go. I don't think there's any like major descents left. A lot more short, sharp ones. Another Strava inside line on the climb there. Shocking. Can't lie, part of me is quite intrigued to see where I line up against myself from a few years ago. Felt like I was fit at 27, but feel fitter and a much more accomplished rider now. But equally, I remember coming up here a few times in those days, really going maximum effort the whole way around and not commentating the whole way. So we'll see. But today, just about showing you guys what's in these woods and getting some time out with some fresh air, working off all the Christmas indulgence, you know. So this is where, if you take the follow the dog, this is where they join back up. So you skip everything over the other side of the road. There you can see some riders on follow the dog over there. I am really amazed at like difference between the cultures and scenes. Not saying either's for better or worse, but the size of mountain biking in the UK is insane. There's just so many people out on bikes. Trying to resist all of these insights, getting hunted down by an XC boy. Really got to tame the ego and not try and start climbing faster. We're just here for the descents. The climbs are a necessary evil. Just let me know when you're ready, mate. There's on those slippery cobbles again. Heaps of them. Really is the beauty of this place. Like, I think we've notched up just under 500 meters climbing, and there's only been 2 bits of that have actually been on like bio road sections, you know. Most of it's just lovely single track stuff. Over the hill. There you go, 15k in, and Doesn't feel too much like 15k. Feels pretty relaxed. Although a 170 heart rate maybe says a little different. Oh, lateral flow. What's this? Try and stay off the unofficial tracks. Yeah, apart from that one that we won't tell anyone about earlier. Whew. Thought that was going to be a touch more descending, if I'm honest. I do remember this bit being quite fun, but I also remember it having a lot more trees. Oh, there's that. I've opened the shock up and there's that squishy sound again. She is not happy. This looks like a really grippy set of turns. Doesn't feel like there's heaps of support on them. There's a lot of grip. Oh, lovely high line in there. Really enjoyed that. Oh, we got a black option. Let's get in here. I mean, black might be a bit much, but hop into the on off. Lovely. A really nicely built section. We'll flicker back over into climbing. And up we go again. I actually remember this little bit of climb being quite tricky. Like, I'm not sure. Going back a long way. A lot of crashes since then. Deep breaths in, settle that body down. Had so much food last night, or yesterday, that didn't have any breakfast. Oh, nice. Any breakfast this morning. And still felt pretty full. And for the first time today, I actually feel a touch peckish. But honestly, the unholy amount of food I ate yesterday, I feel like maybe I should fast for about a week. Oh, it's starting to feel it in the legs now when you want to drop a bit of power. Really don't remember this bit. Coming to a trail crossing. Oh, a little gap in there, sick. Time for a brew. I'd say so. But let's settle for a swig on the bottle. The old ride and develop water bottle. Hooking us up. Trail building, race organisation and coaching in Sweden from the Swedish National Enduro Series champion, one of Sweden's 3 EWS riders, and morning, yeah, and former World Cup downhill rider, so wealth of experience. Oh. Okay, so had to stop there and have a swig of the water, but yeah, now we're coming up to this tricky little climby bit, and I think there's like a bomb hole, and at the other side of it there's like a slab. You kind of got to hook up on that. A nice bit of inside over the roots here, fun. Oh. It's just on the other side of this. Yeah, here it is. Oh, what do you reckon? Can we get out of there? Oh, yeah. Third time crossing the road today. Quite out in the English countryside, so you really gotta keep an eye out for the cars and stuff here. Morning. There's just so many other options. Gotta live back here again. Should be exploring them all. So, little pause. Let's check what's coming. Looks good. On we go. I think we're really close to the centre now. Can't be more than 2 or 3 kilometres. In England, so on the left, Ollie. Morning. Everyone's so happy, man. sure what's going on here, but I can see a path there. I can see a path there, so we'll keep on this one. One in. Now this feels like a sort of campsite I could get on board with. Very, very quiet. Really middle of nowhere. Water bottle stops. Nice. Oh, what a place. Now, if I remember right, this little descendy bit we got coming up here, it's quite nice. So we've gone into super spring mode, and let's try and help the suspension by speeding up that greyline a bit. We ran out of battery halfway down, son of chain slapper. Fortunately, brought an extra battery with me. So we're going to go now and send her again and have some fun. I also tore off the muffler by accident, so I might get a bit more noise on the old camera, but we'll try and keep talking and cover that up. There's that little gap. Hit that on the first run, that was super fun. And get up in here and really push on that exit. Little scrub down that, whoosh. You can really push into a few of these sections. So this is where we lost the camera before. Can't say that high line's any quicker, but it was fun. It really carries some nice pace through here. Super fun section. Oh, seats way too up. Wasn't expecting that. And lean back into it. It's just well built, all weather tracks. Go up there to avoid that puddle. So that was Snow White. This is the Seven Dwarfs. Not really sure what the theme is. Maybe fairy tale, kid story stuff. What else have we had? Ogres. They say it's not the most technical loop you've ever ridden. It's actually quite safe and stable. But like, if you just want to get out and get an hour and a half loop in, stretch your legs, pain in the heart, stretch your legs and spin yourself out. It's pretty good for it, eh? And like, I think if you were here and knew the local trails a bit more, you'd easily come and do this loop, go and have some lunch or whatever, then get back out and get on all the more like technical off-piste stuff. We're not going to try and keep up with the lefty XC guy up top. We'll let him roll on. See if I could catch him. Oh, there was a section that I don't think I've ridden. I think it was in the closed bit. called Five Ways. I miss that bit. Oh, I don't know what this is, and I'm not sure how much I like it, but we're going to ride it. Oh, this looks disgusting. What a what a mad section. I once saw my buddy Reese, who you'll have seen appear on the channel a bit over the last few videos, have a gnarly dog crash on that section. I really wasn't ready for that. I was thinking about different bits of track. That was quite a different level of sort of technical requirement. Oh, look at that little bit of outside there. It's like, oh my god, my wrist shock sucked ass. It's so dead. Oh, I think I like this highline. Fun. Then again, all the way out there's some big braking bumps. Up round again. Oh, black, red, black, red. Oh, black it is. What's this bit? Oh, that is a tight squeeze. Fun. Oh, not quite enough to pull that, unfortunately. That's a shame. Here we are, 20k deep now. But you see, like, so much work goes in here. Really is quite impressive. Are we there yet? Indeed. I'm ready for a snack. I can say that much. Really has been quite a nostalgic loop coming around here. And you know, like, it feels amazing these bikes we have now. Like, this bike been using to race, but the absolute top end of enduro in Sweden, and it's handled everything with grace. And then you come and do a 20k, what is really an XC trail, bike trail, and oh, it just feels great on it, you know. Feels like the perfect bike for it. If anything, it's probably too heavily armed, but it doesn't stop you having fun. Whew. Oh, sorry, bit of gas. I think the body's really ready for some breakfast now. Sick. See, like, even all those rocks, like, it's not like there's much here or much access here, you know. Oh, branches. So they've all got to be like wheelbarrowed in. Oh. Let's go all the way around. If I remember right, there's some like rollers, like Stegosaurus or something, coming into the finish, which is pretty fun. Oh, that one really fades out to not much. Someone's been playing up on the inside on this. I really don't recognise this bit. Let's get outside that puddle, nice and high in there. Ooh. No, I really can't say. Oh, that's a sharp one. Didn't expect that. I really lined up to come up the inside there. Yeah. This is it. This is the end. Sick. Yeah, there we are. Back at the trail centre. Cool. So, plenty of new things to ride there. Is this his jump? Looks like it. Woo. There you go. So there's plenty of new things to ride here on this trail, or new since 2017. I was a bit gutted that 5 Ways and Upper Cliff were closed. Quite looking forward to them, but you just have to respect the work that everyone's doing here, because it's all volunteers that look after these trails. And you can come down, it's been really windy, it's been really rainy, but the trails run sweet. And we've got out today, we've done 22 kilometers in sort of just under 2 hours, and yeah, got the heart rate up, got some time in the woods, and there's plenty more to explore here. Thanks for stopping along. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you made it this far, you've got to be liking and subscribing this stuff. Let me know of any other places I should check out in the UK before I head off back to Sweden. If you're watching from the UK, come and follow the journey in Sweden and see what we're up to. Got some cool stuff going on next year, a lot of destinations to check out. So yeah, thanks very much, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.